Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Next Mind, the podcast where we explore artificial intelligence technology and the future while helping you improve your English at the same time. I'm your host, Emily, and I'm so excited about today's episode. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most important and rapidly evolving topics in the AI world, agentic AI. If you've ever wondered how to build AI systems that don't just talk to you, but actually take action in the real world, this episode is for you. Our guest today is someone I've been wanting to have on the show for a long time. Sinan Ozdemir is an entrepreneur, an AI instructor at O'Reilly Media, and the author of 10 books on artificial intelligence and machine learning. He's also the founder and CEO of a startup called Lubinius. Sinan, welcome to Next Mind.
Hi, Emily. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here and talk about one of my favorite topics.
So let's start with the basics. For our listeners who might be new to this concept, what exactly is an AI agent? How is it different from the AI systems we've been using like ChatGPT?
That's a great question. Let me give you a simple analogy. Think about a normal AI model like basic ChatGPT. It's essentially like a very talented writer sitting in a room. You give it a prompt, and it writes beautiful text for you. But this writer stays inside their box. They can't do anything except write. An AI agent is completely different. Now imagine that same writer has tools. They have a phone, a computer with internet access, maybe even a credit card. Suddenly, that writer can check the weather, book a flight, read your emails, make restaurant reservations, or even shop online for you. That's what we call agency, the power to actually take action in the world.
That's a really helpful analogy. So the key difference is action, not just conversation or text generation.
Exactly. Let me give you a concrete example. If you ask a traditional AI assistant, "Should I go to Paris?" it might say yes, Paris is beautiful in spring.
You should consider it. But if you ask an AI agent the same question, it might respond, "I checked flights for next week, found the best prices on Tuesday, and I've already booked your ticket and hotel. You're all set."
Wow, that's a huge difference. So agents don't just suggest, they actually execute tasks.
Precisely. And this is why I believe we're moving from the era of conversational AI to what we might call agentic AI.
I want to explore this concept a bit deeper. I often hear people talk about AI workflows and AI agents as if they're the same thing. What's the difference?
This is a really important distinction that many people get wrong. Let me use another analogy that I think makes it crystal clear. A workflow is like a cooking recipe. You have step 1, boil water. Step 2, add coffee grounds. Step 3, pour the water. It never changes. If you're missing water, the workflow just stops or fails. It can't adapt. But an agent is like a chef. A chef knows the overall goal, make coffee, but they can adapt to whatever situation they encounter. If there's no water, the chef goes to the sink to get more. If there's no coffee, the chef might order some online or ask a neighbor. The agent can handle unexpected situations and find creative solutions.
So workflows follow a fixed, predetermined path, while agents can change direction based on what they encounter.
Perfect summary. Workflows are deterministic and rigid. Agents are adaptive and flexible. And in the real world, things rarely go exactly according to plan.
Which is why agents are becoming so valuable.
I've seen some provocative headlines recently saying things like ChatGPT is dead. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, but what do you think people mean when they say this?
I think what they really mean is that the era of pure chat interfaces is becoming insufficient. Don't get me wrong, ChatGPT and similar systems were revolutionary. They were the first major step in bringing AI to everyday users. But the next step is AI that actually does things. Think about it. How often do you just want to have a conversation with AI? Usually, you want it to help you accomplish something. Instead of asking AI to write an email for you, you might want it to manage your entire customer support inbox, responding to common questions automatically and only escalating complex issues to you.
So AI becomes more like a digital employee or assistant that can handle entire workflows.
Exactly. And this is already happening. Look at how companies are using AI today. Some are building agents that can analyze market trends, make trades, or even write and deploy code autonomously.
Let's talk about some of the major players in this space. OpenAI created the modern AI boom with ChatGPT. What are they doing now in the agentic AI space?
OpenAI is actually moving in an interesting direction. They've developed reasoning models like on that literally think before answering. You can think of it like this: when you ask on a question, it doesn't just respond immediately. It spends some time considering different approaches, almost like a human thinking through a problem.
That sounds powerful, but I imagine there are trade-offs.
Absolutely. The main trade-off is speed and cost. These reasoning models can be quite slow, sometimes taking century-seconds or more to respond. And they're expensive to run. The interesting thing is, sometimes a model that thinks for century-seconds gives the exact same answer as one that thinks for 1 second. So we're still figuring out when this deep reasoning is actually necessary.
That's a great point. So for simple tasks, maybe the extra thinking time isn't worth it.
Right. But for complex tasks that require planning, multi-step reasoning, or handling edge cases, these reasoning models really shine. And this is where they become valuable for building sophisticated agents.
I want to shift gears and talk about the infrastructure behind all of this. NVIDIA has been dominating headlines lately. How do they fit into the agentic AI picture?
NVIDIA is absolutely crucial. Think of them as the company building the engines that power most modern AI systems. Training large language models and running sophisticated agents requires enormous computing power, and NVIDIA's GPUs, graphics processing units, have become the standard for this. Companies like OpenAI, Microsoft, Meta, Google, they all rely heavily on NVIDIA hardware. When you hear about the AI chip wars, this is what they're talking about. The ability to train and run AI models efficiently depends heavily on the underlying hardware.
And this is why NVIDIA's stock has been performing so incredibly well.
Exactly. They've positioned themselves as the backbone of the AI revolution, but it's worth noting that this creates some interesting dependencies. The entire AI ecosystem is somewhat reliant on one company's hardware.
Let's talk about another major player. Microsoft has been integrating AI Copilot across many of their products: Word, Excel, GitHub, and more. How does this relate to agentic AI?
Microsoft's strategy is fascinating because they're embedding AI directly into the tools people already use every day. In Word, Copilot can help you write and edit documents. In Excel, it can analyze data and create visualizations. In GitHub, it can write and review code.
And this is changing how we interact with software?
Tremendously. Traditionally, we learned software by mastering menus, buttons, and keyboard shortcuts. Microsoft's vision is that instead of learning to use tools, you simply describe your goal in natural language, and the AI helps you achieve it. This represents a fundamental shift in software design. We're moving from command and control interfaces to intent-based interfaces. You don't tell the computer what to do step by step. You tell it what you want to accomplish, and it figures out the best way to do it.
That sounds like the essence of agentic AI. The system takes action based on understanding your intent.
Exactly. And Microsoft is positioning itself to be at the center of this transition.
While we're talking about big tech companies, I want to make sure we also discuss open source AI. Why is this important for the future of agentic AI?
I'm really glad you brought this up. I believe AI will become one of the most important layers of our society and economy. And if we want AI to benefit everyone, not just big tech companies, we need vibrant open source ecosystems. Open source frameworks allow developers everywhere, not just at big companies, to experiment, innovate, and build AI applications. This democratization is crucial for preventing AI from becoming too centralized and controlled by a small number of powerful companies.